party faced an army of undead with the help of various towns, guards, farmers, mercenaries for hire, and some rather powerful beings. The party was able to help repel this undead army that was collapsing onto Vasselheim. I have the hiccups, sorry. And we left off immediately after the fight as party members were sharing alcoholic beverages amongst each other. And people were beginning to clear up the chaos that ensued.
Insert awkward silence.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, for the most part, Morgul can be found on his father's ship. For the most part, drinking with him.
Immediately after the fight.
It was sort of implied that that's where he was going.
Oh, you just fight's done.
Like
Walk off.
after the fight, he's like, I gotta go check on someone, make sure they're still alive.
Okay. So you immediately leave.
Bye.
Well, what do you all think we should do now?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, besides,
I'm
get
assuming
our
make
stuff.
sure everyone else is alive.
You know, make sure people are alive. You know, get stuff identified.
Are the different guild masters still around?
Yeah, they're still around.
I look over to them and ask, well, what would you have us do now?
We're gonna stay here and clean this up. There are 1,000 corpses. Take a few days off.
Thanks, I guess.
All
I
right.
thought you left.
That depends, unless they were gonna say something.
I mean, Ophelia's gonna head upstairs and make sure that Ray and Dark are doing okay.
I'm pretty sure they're fine.
I mean,
I mean,
she's
mentally, I mean, physically, probably, yeah, they're fine, but mentally, I don't know about their sound of.
Yeah, they're probably fine. I'm just gonna go make sure.
I'm pretty sure we were passing his flask back and forth.
Oh, that's true. My bad. Forgot about the whole RP channel thing. She's drunk. She's like, Ray, you good?
I'm good. I'm gonna go find the other people from my temple and see if the take doesn't need us. I'm gonna go see if they need me. And she'll push
Okay.
herself up and start walking off. I saw people I recognized before the fight, right?
Yeah, you saw a few people that seemed to have disappeared since the fight ended, but they were there.
All right, then I'm just gonna head back towards the temple.
And some that seem to disappear since the fight started.
Yeah, we don't talk about them though.
Oh.
Damn.
Rude.
I mean, Ophelia would be heading for her own temple.
We're pretty much just gonna immediately go check on people we know.
We had a
Did he finish that sentence?
I didn't hear it.
For a second.
I didn't even hear the start of it.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to the character sheet. I was looking for something that's an icon that would have swapped pages over. I forgot it's all on one page for this. We have a paladin in the party or a cleric, correct?
We have a
got
few.
Majority of our
We have
party.
both of
We
those.
have a cleric,
We have
he
both.
says.
More specifically,
We have
is
both.
is there a cleric of the Moonweaver?
Nope.
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 I would ask. I would ask one of them if there was a temple to the Moonweaver in the city, and if there is, where might I find it?
I feel like goes probably.
Just ask any random Vasselheim citizen. They might tell you where one is.
Or, Sliska or Ilzar will tell you. They probably know.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah, because Ophelia kind of already walked off.
Yep. So did Ray.
And Dark's,
So like, see ya, bitches.
Already
Yeah.
gone.
Dark's just sitting up there all alone.
Basically, the clerics walked off.
Not a cleric.
Yeah, I didn't put it in the RP channel, but Farron would have done a flyby while they were passing the flash, just to make make sure everybody was still all right before heading off towards the fire Rashari to check on them.
You probably also heard somebody fall off a wall.
No, he saved that guy. He's fine now.
Okay. So Farron checks on everybody. Everybody seems fine, apart from the few soldiers that are just decimated completely.
Yeah, ironically, the clerics left the fight afterwards.
Well, there's plenty of
Look,
temple
Ophelia's not a
priests and stuff like
healing
that.
cleric.
Yeah, there's plenty of temple priests and priestesses around. Medical personnel. that
I'm
have all
more
that
of the,
covered.
I'm more of the funereal cleric. I deal with you after you've died.
Yeah, Ophelia doesn't really give a fuck about any of that. So,
Technically not a cleric.
And then Farron heads off toward the fire, Sherry. Since we're here, Dark and Jax, we'll start with you and your doings right now.
All right.
Oh, our 8 month off?
Nope. It's what you're doing right now, because
No,
you guys are
we're
the only
doing
two that
right
stayed
now.
at the battlefield. No. So if there's anything you want to say or do while you're here or before you leave, the time.
Dark's just gonna wait for everybody to come back before he would want to go check on the grave.
I will go
And
with.
he'll just kind of relax.
Considering
I-
graves are kind of my specialty, I'll go with you when you
I'll
take care
stay
of it.
with him for that. I can take care of my business when we get back from that. The only thing I would want to have my character do is maybe go and do a little bit of praying at a temple of the. Sorry, choked on my own spit. Moonweaver.
Okay, are you gonna ask around for?
I will when we get back. Because I said I would stick with him for the whole grave bit.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Ophelia and Ray also said they would stick with me too, but they kind of wandered off to take care of a couple things. So before I go,
You
to
said
the
we'd
grave,
go
I'm
with
gonna
you.
wait. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be immediately following the battle. So it's gonna be,
Ah.
Yeah.
we're just gonna rest, recuperate a little bit, have some food because we probably haven't eaten very well since we've been walking for a week.
That too. Get some shit
So, yeah,
identified,
just
maybe.
go hit a tavern, relax for a little bit, eat some food, have some drinks maybe, and just wait for Ray and Ophelia to meet up with us there.
Okay, so you're gonna just go kind of leisure activities before regrouping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than likely,
Okay.
because they said they wanted to go with me to the grave, so yeah.
Okay, sure.
I would ask around then about a temple to the Night Weaver.
Okay, the Moonweaver, you mean? There is
Potato,
no
potato.
dedicated. Yeah, there is no dedicated temple to the Moonweaver in Vasselheim.
Okay, now
People would tell you that. They say it. Actually, make an investigation check, real quick.
well, I'm gonna be relying on a straight D20 roll. Nope.
All right, you find an older gentleman that's very slowly making his way back toward his house, and you pass by him, and he's who? The Moonweaver? Oh, Sonny. Even though he recognizes that you're a female. There hasn't been any of those in here yet.
Right.
And then it begins slowly walking again.
Is he also a cabbage merchant?
Nope. He just walks very slowly with a cane. He does the whole like hand on his back as he moves kind of thing.
And
Probably
I,
walk faster than him.
yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Probably crawl faster than him.
He's moving very slow.
So no, what all did he say? He said something sunny.
Yeah, he said that you're not going to find a temple in the city.
Oh, and I just head back to where I last saw the rest of the group where the group is supposed to be gathering for before setting out for the investigation of the grave.
For the grave visit.
Yes. Yes.
It
Alright,
is pretty
so
grave.
Well, you go to the local tavern,
Puns!
right across the street from the Player's Take, because that's where
They
Dark
get
said he
a
would meet
lot
you.
of our business.
Yeah.
I was just having breakfast there a week ago.
Have breakfast there every time after well, most of the time after every contract. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. It's close by. Decent food.
Good food. All right. And so we'll pass by you guys and go to Ray.
Okay.
You're going back to your temple?
Yep.
All right, you managed to make it back to your temple relatively quickly, as you were on the closer end of the city to it. And you see a few people outside. Nobody seems to be panicked.
Do I see any? Oh, nope. Go for it.
And they see you approaching the temple. And they give you acknowledgments, but they don't say anything to you.
Is it just like random people outside?
Yeah. They know who you are, but they're not really anybody to you,
Okay.
being worshippers or visitors.
Yeah, I'll go inside and see if I can find any of the elders to check in with.
Okay. You go inside. It's pretty calm. Nobody's come in for any sort of medical attention or prayers at this time. Seems the hallways are empty. And you do find, sitting off toward the end of the grand chamber, one of the elders sitting in a chair.
I'll walk up to them.
Okay. As you approach, you recognize, this is one of the only female elders, named Elena. And as you approach, you do see she is fast asleep in this chair.
I'm gonna let her sleep then.
Okay.
I'm not gonna disturb her.
Quick once around the temple, you don't seem to find any other elders.
All right. I'll just find some place to sit myself and just be nearby if anybody needs anything.
Okay. You wait patiently for a little while, and then eventually Elena does wake up, as she seems to have startled herself awake. She looks around drastically and sees you and goes, "Ray, why are you here?"
The fighting stopped, so I came to make
There
sure
was
everyone
fighting?
here was all right. Yes, there was a horde of undead at the gates.
Oh. And she, like, pauses for a minute. She looks at the sundial in the center of the chamber, is like, "I've been asleep for a while."
I mean, they didn't get through. The Slayer's Take joined up with the rest of the guard, and we were able to stop them.
Good, good. Did
But I
anybody
wanted.
die?
Do I know if anybody died?
You don't have a clue.
My companions are all right. I don't know much beyond that, though.
Okay, I guess that's all we can ask for. I'm sure if it was anything urgent, they would have woken me up hours ago.
They seem to have everything handled at the gates.
That's why we're here. We put our trust of the defense in the hands of the guard and whoever it was you said you were running off with.
Yes, I go on hunts for the Slayer's Take in my spare time when I'm not attending to some of my duties here.
I see. You have been doing your duties, correct?
I have, yes.
Good. It's important, especially in consideration for being the Hierophant. She gets up and starts walking off.
And I just watch her walk away.
Okay. She walks off, seemingly toward the elders' chambers, where they have all their meetings.
I should be here for a few days. We were told to take some rest. So if you have need of me, I'll be around.
We'll let you know. She's walking. Celia.
Yeah.
You're going to your temple?
What? You keep cutting out for me?
You're going to your temple?
Yeah.
Alright. You do eventually. It is a little bit further away, but you do make it to the Dark Temple eventually. After a few minutes of travel. Seems calm and peaceful as usual.
Alright. I'm gonna go to where Nera usually is.
Alright, you go inside and to the center chamber, and she's in there, sitting on a chair, kind of staring off blankly at the distance toward a wall.
She's just gonna go, thank you for helping us.
With which part?
What?
With which part?
All of it? I mean, especially when you took one of them down for us, that was...
They're not unnatural creatures. I hate them just as much as you do.
Of course. All of my companions are accounted for, so...
Are you sure?
That I know of. Perhaps not.
As I remember, there were 3 others.
3 others. Perhaps. Only the ones that were present in the fighting I can count.
Rest assured, I have not presence at all. Crap. They're still alive. None of them prayed to me. Oh.
This is true. I saw you. Were you converting more of the citizens before the fight?
And after.
Hmm.
That little stunt would not have been possible without a decent amount of people praying to me.
How many are there now?
Approximately 5,000.
Oh. It's not surprising, I suppose.
It's a small portion of the town, the city. Most of them decided to convert their faith in me after the fight.
We should probably... I should probably set up somewhere that isn't here for you.
It would be nice. People outside of the city to start believing in something a little bit above on death.
Yeah. I have a place in mind.
Good.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss before I go?
Not at the moment.
She just turns around and leaves then, after bowing her head a little bit.
She acknowledges you by giving you a head nod. She does appear to have aged somewhat. When you first met her, she was a young adult, more leaning toward teenager years. She seems like with her continued growth in believers and people actually giving her power through faith, that is kind of accelerating her aging. She appears to be a middle-aged adult.
Oh.
But still more on the younger side.
Okay. Yeah, she'll go find the others.
Okay. Morgul.
Yes.
You head off toward your father's ship.
It's still intact, I'm assuming, correct, right?
Yep. Within the confines of the wall. It was totally unscathed.
Mm-hmm. I'm sort of just gonna walk up to it, see that if he's on board, acknowledge that he's still alive.
Mm-hmm. Still there. Still doing well.
We sort of exchange pleasantries from afar, acknowledge that we're both still alive, and we go about our business.
Alright. Eventually you all regroup at the tavern. Let's Everybody but Ray would be there. Ray is still sitting in her temple.
Alright. Ophelia's just sitting there, probably with some booze of some sort.
I should rephrase that. Ray, Farron, Kugmo, Spark, and Lyra not there.
That's what I figured you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ophelia sits next to Dark.
Margot would join you guys, and he brought some booze from a mutual friend.
Mutual friend, huh?
For you, mutual friend, for me, parental figure.
Hmm. Ophelia's like, I don't know, I need more free. And she'll just keep sitting there until
Yeah, I know
something
a guy-
happens. Free time.
I mean, I know a guy who could teach you booze.
No, that's not what I meant.
Alright, anyone want some of this? He gave me a fucking small keg.
Sure, I'll have a cup.
Sure, why not?
Alright.
Yeah.
I warn you, he's a bit experimental with his brews.
It's not going to, like, blow up and kill us, is it?
No, his last one did that. This one, not so much.
Oh. Okay.
Just keep it away from the candles.
I'm just kidding.
Uses the light spell explodes into a fireball.
Dark still keeps it away from the candles.
I was joking, but sure, you can be cautious.
Ophelia holds it above a candle.
Oh shit.
Nothing happens.
I only did that to make Dark nervous, and she takes it.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome,
My
Dark.
nerves aren't already shot.
That's the point. Eventually, they'll be back to normal, right? Is that how that goes?
I hope.
We'll see, huh?
What is normal?
Alright, you guys can sit and you chat for a while, and seems the time passes by, and eventually everybody starts leaving the tavern.
So we just gonna procrastinate or actually do this thing dark?
Well, I'd actually.
Ray's not here.
Yeah, trying like to wait for Ray and possibly get a night's sleep, and then once we're all feeling good in the morning, if Ray's able to meet back up with us, then we can go.
Alright. I'm definitely gonna see about getting that armor taken care of. It's been it's been nagging at me in the back of my head since the fight.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get a little project started. She stands up and brings out the mace from her bag of holding and just walks away.
You need
Yeah, it's
some.
not
hopefully-
ominous or anything.
No, that's fine.
Hopefully that Morgul sort of like says to Farron under his breath, like, I hope that doesn't involve a burlap sack and rope.
Farron's not there.
Nope, just some Oh god, never mind. Just
He'll
shuffle.
just go to the next person next to him then. Whether that be Jax or Dark.
There we go. I don't know. But who knows? It could be fun.
I mean,
Sorry,
I don't
what was
want
the
to.
question?
More like a sort of joke. I hope it doesn't involve a burlap sack and rope.
Ah,
Why not? That sounds kind of kinky. Could be fun.
Oh god.
I mean, I don't want to perform another funeral this week.
Safe words are the key. Safe words.
Morgul's just gonna like take the small keg, get up, and go to the take to see that armor is taken care of. Yes, you've made the drow uncomfortable.
good job.
Hmm.
You know you accomplished something when you've made a drow uncomfortable to be near you.
Who
Truth.
Who knew drow were so squeamish? And then I forget, drow aren't big on feelings.
I wouldn't know. I've actually only met a handful of drow, and this is the first one that hasn't tried to kill me.
Hmm.
Alright, Morgul, you go inside and find that nobody's inside the Slayer's Take except for a gnome that is cleaning a painting.
Athos would be there.
Oh, okay, Athos.
I did have Athos state earlier when he was leaving the battle in Planetar form that he was heading back to the take to spend some quality time with his arcane battery.
Correct.
Wow, it's the first time I've seen it absolutely silent in here. He'll sort of like, he'll do that thing where like when nobody's in a room, like, hello?
Hmm.
What?
I was just seeing if anybody could identify something for me.
If you could find Athos.
I'll take the armor and find him.
Athos Misty steps right next to him, grabs it, identifies it, tells him what it is, then Misty steps back away.
What the heck?
That works too. This fucking place is weird.
Plus Athos.
Alright. You now know what the armor does. Which I will whisper to you.
Okay.
I'll send it to you in Discord when I feel like it. But
Alright.
Dark and Jax are sitting alone in a bar. Eventually you get kicked out because the bartender needs to go to sleep.
Alright, then I will head back to my room and try and sleep.
As would I.
Okay.
Assuming that I have a room at the inn. If not, I would purchase one.
We have a room at the take.
Oh, or I go do that then.
You are a member.
Mm-hmm.
I think he missed orientation day.
Yeah.
He was
Very quick.
literally just like, you're hired, you're in, now go fight.
I mean, he was
Pretty
branded with a hot iron.
Yeah, quite literally. Congratulations, you're a member. Oh,
Now go
okay.
protect town.
Yep, pretty much. And with that, everybody gets their long rest in. I'm assuming Ray sleeps at the temple.
Yep.
Cool. and you all wake up in the morning.
Ophelia make her way over to the take because she spent the night not at the take.
Yeah, if nothing seems pressing in the morning, I'd head over to the take eventually.
And nothing seems to be.
And
urgent.
I'll leave word that that's where I'll be.
Okay.
Everyone's gathering at the take then.
I guess so.
So
I think
I come out of I come out of my room as I finish putting on my armor and look around.
I mean, Morgul will be at the take. I'm assuming that armor's not cursed.
No.
And as long as it isn't, you're gonna see him wearing it. Cleaned, of course. Because he knew it was just on a dead body.
Dead bodies. All over the place.
All right. Here we go. You all convene at the Slayer's Take.
Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hey.
And then 5 minutes of awkward silence as usual.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a talkative group.
A random tumbleweed bounces across the room.
So we got rid of that tumbleweed.
And it keeps coming back.
They're like dust bunnies. You can't get rid of them.
Yeah, the three guildmasters are just talking to each other. In their own conversation. They're kind of just. They're having their own discussion. It's not private, but it's there. And they're just kind of. They know you're there, but they're treating you as if, like, you're just walking about as you would.
Yeah.
In a place that you live.
Ophelia would go up to Ray eventually and just be like, so, our 3 missing friends are alive.
That's good.
Yeah.
How is everything with you know?
I mean, she didn't have anything to talk to me about, but she looks good. She has a following now. It's not just me.
And she was fucking badass out there. So
Yeah. Apparently that was because she got a whole bunch of people on her side.
that's good then.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be doing a lot of work on that house that I have in the middle of nowhere in the next, I don't know how long.
Do you need a hand? I'm more than willing to assist.
No, I mean, sure.
I was gonna say if you wanted company, not the strongest, but I'll do what I can.
Stronger than me.
You have spells. You can light shit on fire.
I love lighting shit on fire.
I figured.
We still never went and got any of the treasure in that from that damn house.
Don't plan to. At least not for me. I'm not at that house. I don't like that place.
Would that be the house you guys were coming from?
Nope.
No.
Different
That
house.
was, that was a
Different house.
This
Also,
was a
different house
one.
from the one she was talking about.
Yeah,
Yep.
The one I'm referring to is one where we recently fought a dragon.
I had heard rumors of some people killing dragon. That was you?
Apparently.
We get around.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't a part of them at that time.
Yeah, it was a little bit before we met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
You
a
guys
weird
are
day.
I don't plan on going back.
Was that the same house that we almost got enslaved by a water spirit?
Yep.
Thing?
It's the same house where
It
everything
was.
was fine.
Everything was not fine there.
Right, no, everything was not fine there. You can say it all you want, it didn't happen like that.
So we gonna do this grave thing or not?
You
I
seem
feel like we're.
you
I
seem
feel like we're.
really
I feel
fi-
like we're.
you seem really fixated on it for something that's not
I mean, my specialty is
yours?
graves.
I
My
know,
special-
but it's Dark's brother. It should be on his time and terms, not ours.
All right.
I say if you guys are ready, let's get it done.
Alright then.
If you leave it up to me, I'm literally gonna put it off for weeks. So we just need to go. We just need to get it done.
You know, rip the bandage off.
That's really.
Yeah.
Let's go then.
Grabs his shovel.
Yeah. Lead the way.
And I will lead them out into the woods, kind of where near near where my brother was slain, and find the marked grave.
Eventually, you guys do recognize the path that you're taking as you get relatively close to where you fought the bear. And eventually you do find a marked grave. And I will allow one of you to make a survival check.
I will do
It's
it.
not me. I
Yeah.
was gonna say not me.
Do I look
will allow
like
your
somebody with good survival?
Yeah, just whoever has the highest survival.
I have a plus
I-
5, okay?
I will grant you it as well.
Oh, advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, it's a little better.
I mean, I can give you guidance.
With my rolls, I need every help I can get.
Yeah, you can do guidance if you want.
Nice,
So 19.
Yeah,
Okay.
take that 4. Take that 4 and head.
I will now. Thank you.
And Mark, you're able to quickly realize that the patch of land that you used for the grave had been recently turned over, as if somebody had dug it. Did that go
He's just
through?
gonna, yeah, I
Okay.
got it. He's just gonna sigh and just kind of sit down for a minute. I'd at least let everybody know that what I found.
Do you need us to investigate more, Dark?
No, it looks like somebody was here recently, and with how this dirt's all moved, it looks like he's not there now.
Do you have anything of your brothers on you?
I do, actually.
Might be able to track him if he's recently been moved from the area. My temporary companion over here, the direwolf, is a bit good for sniffing things out.
Yeah, I have a necklace that my brother used to wear that I wear pretty much at all times now, just to help me remember him.
All right. Let's see. Keen hearing and smell advantage for smell. Eh. What would you like me to roll to have the wolf attempt to catch a scent, if you will? Advantage for smell, so 2d20.
I'm not gonna have you roll anything because it's been too long since his brother passed that he wore the amulet. He would only pick up dark scent on the amulet.
Okay. Should we at least dig down to where you left his body just to be sure? I mean, if he is some sort of creature that can keep returning from the dead, he might be forced back to where he was buried upon dying.
Well, I mean, we can, but I'm pretty sure we found him in the other plane recently, and I killed him there. So hopefully, but I mean, we could dig down and see if he's there, or anything that's left.
It's up to you, Dark.
No time like present for potential closure.
And I kind of want to know, so yeah, and I'm gonna just start digging.
I start digging right along with them. The direwolf gets in there and starts digging too.
I'm gonna sit down close-ish to where they're digging, and I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic to see if there's any like lingering magic around
Okay,
while they dig, because I'm not gonna be any help doing that.
sure. So it takes them the better part of 20 or so minutes to dig, as the terrain is rough to get through. Casting would be done. You don't immediately detect anything. And they eventually dig up the hole, and it is no corpse. And Ray,
There's what?
there's no corpse. Ray, you do detect some lingering magic in the area under the necromancy school.
Am I able to like pinpoint anything in particular in the hole that's causing it?
Nope, it just seems to be kind of a general area. Like it's just kind of lingering over the grave.
Okay.
Like necromancy was done here.
Yeah. No. I get it. Not to point out the obvious, but I mean, I detect a little bit of necromancy magic around the grave. So somebody definitely messed with your brother's body.
Yeah, it looks that way.
I'm sorry, Dark.
Sorry, Dark.
Had to have been some potent magic to still linger.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide to seek the ones responsible for this, you have me at your side.
I think we already did.
Yeah.
He was kind of a vampire and
Maybe
married to
somebody
someone we knew.
make an intelligence check.
Whose
Uh,
eye is intelligent?
Who's smart around here? Oh God, I think it might be me.
Definitely not me.
And
It's not Ophelia.
I've
The
got
I
a,
will-
highest one here is Ray with 14.
I will
Next
give you
one
gu-
down at 12.
I'll give you guys.
What's with these 8s tonight?
Right?
Add 3 to that.
All right, so
Been-
11.
been-
You got what you needed.
Good.
You remember when Ares was talking to the party that he had mentioned that he was not the one that brought Garrock to life. He had mentioned it was somebody that was traveling with him, with Garrock, that came across them. He just didn't tell you who it was.
It wasn't the vampire that brought him to life. It was somebody else that they were traveling with.
Didn't that vampire kill the guy he was traveling with?
Yes? He killed Garak, right?
He didn't kill Garrock. He killed the guy that was traveling. So threw
Okay.
away. It's been done, but it wasn't you who did the factor for it.
Well,
Well, the man responsible way. He's, either way, somebody responsible is dead for it.
if you want further vengeance, Dark, I would go with you. However, I'm not entirely certain we would find it.
indeed.
Don't know what there is to really find.
And if someone has something out for you, well, they'll have to go through us to get you.
I have a feeling that one of the involved parties has already gotten their revenge.
Unfortunately.
But we'll keep an eye out, just in case. It's unsettling if there's a horde of undead around to begin with.
Agreed.
I'm just going to start shoveling the dirt back into the hole.
I'll help you with that.
I'm
endeavor.
helping.
I'll help this time.
Yeah.
Yay, everybody.
Just toss a little bit of dirt with your.
The pushing is a lot easier than the
A
digging.
handful or two.
Yeah, Morgul will help also. Sort
The
of doing a
dial-
prayer over the grave to
the
sanctify
dial-
it.
Idiots.
I guess we should just head back to town.
I guess so. There's not else we can accomplish here. We've gotten the closure, at least.
Let's go.
Anything else y'all want to accomplish in town?
If anybody needs to do any shopping, maybe. I wouldn't mind getting some bolts.
I mean, I don't have a penny to my name, so I can't really do much shopping. I could probably sell off some armor.
You don't
There's-
have any money?
Nope.
How much do you need?
I'm not taking somebody's money. I'd rather earn it myself.
As you guys are walking
Consider
back.
it a temporary loan, then, if you wish.
Still not
As you
taking your
guys
money.
leave the grave site and begin walking back toward Vasselheim, Ray stops in her tracks.
You know, we had talked about going back to that house. Perhaps it wouldn't be that bad of an idea.
No,
Especially
that's not a good
I
idea.
mean, especially if people are short on coin. Might be able to find something of worth there.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Neither do I. I don't think it's a good idea either.
I
Listen
think
to the cleric.
I think you guys are overreacting. It'll be fine.
I don't know.
No, we are perfectly underreacting.
I don't think
It was
you.
Dark just starts walking towards that house.
Dark.
Follow Dark.
Why you are reacting this way? It's just a house.
I mean, it was a house that I almost got enslaved into.
Ophelia just sighs annoyed and starts following the only two people that she really cares about right now.
Fine.
I'll follow
Follow.
him to
I
the
will
house.
follow, but I'm not gonna like it.
I'm not gonna like it either, but that fucker owes us. And we're gonna take what we can.
We're gonna kill it if we need.
No, we're not going
Ag-
down.
agreed.
We're going to
No,
loot.
we're not. We're going
We're
to
not going
loot.
anywhere near that cave. We're going to take
Yeah.
anything valuable in that house and earn our keep, because we were told we were allowed to keep anything that we wanted, so we can do that.
All right.
Just nobody
Ray,
go down the steps.
Ray, did you hear that plan?
We'll go back to the house and gather what we can.
And not go in the basement.
Not go in the basement.
What's in the basement?
A being that will enslave you.
There's something there. There's a long drop and a cave down there and a big body of water, some kind of underground lake that has something alive in it that was trying to pull us in, and we have barely got away from it without being enslaved, I guess would be the best word. So yeah, we made it out and said fuck that house and didn't come back until well, now. So
I mean,
Yeah.
I would make the argument that the larger concern was the fact that two people were about to suffocate on land, but
Yeah.
that's
How do you
By be-
suffocate
by-
on
by-
land?
gills.
By being turned into something that was being enslaved. You know, we were being turned into enslaved water beings.
I still think they're overreacting.
Ray.
I'm not gonna be. I'm sorry. The drow that recently escaped enslavement does not want to be enslaved again. Okay. Got very strong opinions about being enslaved.
Yes,
My
I've heard them.
to me too, and I won't let something take it from me either.
Once I've had a taste of free will, I'm not gonna lose it again.
I think as
Perhaps
long as we
we
don't
will.
deal with going down those steps towards the cave, then I think we should be fine. So let's just go.
Yeah, let's go. I guess loot the place.
I happen to have a very interesting bag to hold a lot of shit in if you're interested.
Yeah, I've got one too.
I also have one.
We have several.
Then let's take everything not nailed down.
Preferably what's valuable, but not everything.
Everything has value to the right person.
Touche. We are
Eventually-
walking to the.
Make your way through the lush terrain that is slowly turning back into more foliage than swamp. And you return to a house in the middle of the woods. Everything seems as you left it.
I will open the door.
I will follow you from behind.
Well, it'd be hard for me to open the door if you were in front. Sorry.
Ayo.
Hey.
I'm not gonna make. I was gonna make a comment there, but then I'm like, nope. Ray will just add it to the fanfic.
Alright, I'll open the door and make sure everything's alright, and then probably just head in.
All right. As you open the door, you notice everything seems still. There's a very thin layer of dust that seems to have congregated over of everything. Everything seems untouched.
Anybody have a problem with light in here?
I can see
There-
alright.
Yeah, I can see
No.
fine.
I'm good.
Basically, everybody's got dark vision.
Yeah, I've got 60 feet, but it's okay.
And I guess we just start looking around and finding stuff that would be valuable to sell back in town or keep for ourselves.
Okay. So
Basically,
I need somebody to make an intelligence check. Figure out what's valuable.
I will give that person advantage.
Is that person still me?
I
Invest.
believe so.
You have the highest
The other one,
intelligence.
+2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey!
Look at me go.
She finds all the things.
Look at me go antiquing.
Okay. So Ray, remembering the things from the last time that you guys were in here, determines that every painting that's in this house has some value, if not a large value, as well as the urn, the vase that was left in the center of the room.
Wasn't something fishy about that urn?
There's nothing fishy about it. You guys never inspected it for magical presence or anything like that.
Can
you
we
guys
inspect it for magical
So-
presence?
Yeah, I'm gonna direct people to start pulling paintings off the walls.
uh,
And while they do that,
you remember, as you're looking at it again, you remember there is a depiction of elementals fighting on it. Seems to be 4 colossal creatures fighting as a scenic painting across this face.
Can I roll like a
Just
history check
by-
or something?
Sure, if you want to, you're trying to figure out the history of this vase.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Would anyone like to give me advantage on that?
Sure.
I would normally give you disadvantage on this, so we'll give you a straight roll.
Okay.
What is he rolling?
He's doing a history check on this vase to see if he can recall anything from lore about it.
Ah.
Quick question. Can you give guidance to yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that too.
And another crit.
Well, he has disadvantage. Well, it was straight roll. Yeah, that's right. So impressive.
Plus the guidance.
Yeah, plus the guidance.
Yeah, whatever I got.
The
haven't rolled the
guidance
guidance
didn't
yet,
come
so-
through yet.
Yeah.
Damn.
44.
He maxed
Okay.
that fucker out.
Yeah. You still didn't roll high enough. So what you do learn about this
God
piece
damn it.
is that you needed a 25.
Fuck you.
The
That's been
impossible
predetermined
DC.
for a while. For him, yes. You know this piece has value. You know it is a very expensive piece of art. You just are not sure of the history of the piece itself, other than the detailed painting on it that depicts the start of time, basically. When the 4 elemental titans fought each other for countless years.
is the
Okay.
urn sealed? Or
The
like, does it
urn
have a
is-
lid of some kind?
It does. It seems to be. very hard to remove upon inspection.
Yeah,
Let's
so
not remove
I'll,
it. Let's
I'm
not
gonna
touch
point
it.
out paintings to people to have them start gathering them up, and while they do that, I'll ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. As people are pulling down, it takes quite a while to gather up all the paintings that are in this place, even within this room, because the intelligence check was so high. You guys discover hidden nooks and crannies behind the paintings that contain more valuables. So
It's great.
you guys do gather a lot of stuff. And yeah, let's see. You ritual cast
Detect magic, she
detect
said.
magic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it is magical. There is no. Well, what school would this be? While I look up this thing, there's conjuration.
Okay.
The school.
While they're still pulling paintings down, I'll just go right into casting identify.
Okay.
Just keep chilling on the floor for 20 minutes
Well, yeah, you would also pick up a hint of divination magic
on the urn, or just in general.
on the urn.
Okay.
All right. And eventually, you guys gather up all the valuable stuff in this room.
Like good old medieval repo men.
Too much. There are other rooms to the house.
Shall we go everywhere except the basement?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, loot everything good that we can find.
In the next room, I need somebody that's not Ray to roll an investigation check.
Which one of us has the highest investigation?
It's not a feeling.
One.
I've got +0.
Let me check.
I'm the only one.
Also
Ophelia
plus
also has
eight.
a +0.
Who was that who had the +1?
Dark is the only one with the +1. Because he's at 12. Everybody else is 10, 10, and 11.
Oh, give you advantage and guidance.
Yep. Here comes the first one of the night.
Pretty much.
Add 1 to that.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
So 22.
Okay. As you're walking through this hallway arc on your way toward the bedroom, you never noticed it any other time you've been in here. There seems to be a small crack in the wall that's only visible from the right angle.
Huh.
Oh, so from 90 degrees.
Do you see something, Dark?
Yeah, maybe nothing, but I'm gonna go look at it. See, look
All right.
a little closer.
It appears to be that some sort of illusion magic covering a hole in the wall, and when you look through it, you can see what appears to be a button.
A button.
Guys, I found a button.
Push
A
the button.
button. I mean, click it.
Is it
I mean,
magic? Is it magic or just mechanical, from what we can tell?
well, there
Make it
was
Arcana check.
an illusionary wall in front of
Okay.
it, so. But before I click it, are we all gonna stand in one damn spot, or are we all just gonna back up a little bit?
I'll move 10 feet away from them.
It's hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
I don't.
Okay,
I just noticed.
I'm
there
gonna move away from him for when he pushes it.
There doesn't appear to be an Arcana selection on my character sheet at all.
It should be like one of the top of the.
Acrobatics, animal handling, athletics.
No, that happens all the time.
Yeah, you just have to add it.
It happens to Joe all the time.
Mm-hmm. Is the button
Specifically.
trapped at all, maybe?
Make an investigation check.
I will give you advantage and guidance.
Holy, what the
you-
fuck?
So you can't because you backed up.
Wow.
He didn't need it.
What the hell is happening?
What?
We're gonna. Wait, okay, we obviously can't get in any fights because we're gonna all roll ones.
Oh yeah.
All right.
If
Yeah,
we fight
so-
something, we're dead.
You don't find it to be trapped.
Well, good. Everybody back up.
Backing up.
Backing up another 5 feet.
Be ready to heal or res or whatever happens if something.
Yeah, I went back in the. I
Be
went
ready to
back in
fight.
the room with Ray. I'm keeping an eye on Ray.
Throw my shield up in
You
front
keep
of
an
me.
eye on Ray.
Just meditating. Don't worry about it.
I'll stick close enough to where I can res him real quickly.
Okay.
Click.
You hear a slight click behind you as one of the panels in the wall opens up.
I will look in there and open up the panel.
I will aid you with that
Slowly.
look.
Okay. As you open up the panel, you find a small metallic orb.
A small metallic orb.
I'm an Arcana check.
I shouldn't
shit
say
out of
small. It's about the size of your hand. Like you could palm the thing, but it's an orb made of metal.
that. I'm an Arcana check that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd let him know what I found.
Almost like. I'm pretty sure we can see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not touching
yeah.
it though. I'm just saying that I don't know.
Seems to be magical
14.
of some kind. There's some types
This-
of magical essence to it.
Right, there's some magic going on here with this orb thing. I don't think we should touch it. But the next time, as soon as Ray's done with that urn, we should probably get her over here to do this thing. Ray sort of just hears Morgul shout down the hall that we found something else that you might want to, do your
Voodoo.
wizard or sorcerer shit on.
The hoodoo voodoo.
Yeah, I'll get to it next. This is still kind of new. Give me a few minutes.
No rush.
Alright. Shall we keep going down the hall?
It's about this time that Ray would finish with the identify. Ray, you discover that you don't know a whole lot about this urn. Because when you cast identify on it, it doesn't tell you anything.
That's weird.
Huh. That's odd.
Oopie.
What? What's wrong?
So I learned how to cast that spell, Identify, that Athos uses to check all of our magic items. When I used it on this, it didn't tell me anything, but I know that it's magical. I was able to detect some kind of magic on it.
Huh.
Conjuration and divination magic. So
Just a thought. I don't know how most magic works, but maybe the magic you're detecting is inside the urn.
I don't know, but we should be very
Like I said, I don't
careful.
know how it works. I'm not telling you to open it or anything. I'm just saying that
Perhaps
Oh,
we
we're
should
not-
take it to the take.
We're not opening this, and we're not
yeah.
selling this to anyone. We'll
no,
take
it
we're
back
to the
definitely
take.
keeping that, 'cause that could be
Agreed.
very dangerous.
Let's have the take safeguard that for now.
But you said there was something else.
Points at the little orb.
Yeah, the orb that's sitting in the wall that just was revealed to a panel, like over here.
Oh,
This thing. Yeah, it's
Alright.
weird.
this is quite the odd house.
As we can tell,
Yeah.
yes. very odd.
Radic did like to collect a lot of stuff.
I mean, he was a dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are known to amass a rather large collection of treasure.
That's true. So technically we're standing in a dragon's nest. And I've been coming here for months. Wonderful.
Could have gotten rich a long time ago.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that he was a dragon.
What color
I'm
was
sure he
he?
didn't just tell me.
He was a black dragon.
Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, and he was also my boyfriend, so... Anyway.
Yeah, I've sat down to start casting Identify by now.
What was it like dating a dragon?
And
Moving on, while we
I
go
would not
investigate the other.
recommend digging into this topic.
I would just
It's
say,
not a good topic to dig into.
I would just say one quick clarification for her. He was known by a different name. For me, he was known as Radic. So we didn't know it was the same person. We didn't see each other here or anything like that. He apparently had a different place too, so I don't know.
I didn't know that he even had this place.
I think we've kind of firmly landed on we're not thinking about it too hard.
Yeah.
That seems like a good idea.
Yeah, let's just continue looting,
Indeed.
inspecting all the other rooms and collecting
Yes.
all valuable.
Okay. You cast Identify on this orb.
Yep.
And it reveals itself to you as... Where was it? The name that sticks out to you, that the Identify tells you, is it's a weapon of chaos. Whoever attunes to the weapon chooses the form that the weapon takes, and it stays as that form until unattuned, when it reverts back to the orb. And there is a random effect associated with it on a natural 1 or a natural 20 on the hit.
I'll just take it for now.
Okay.
Pocket it. I'll put it in my bag.
Okay. You take it and you put it in your bag, and you reveal behind that a deck of cards.
I pick up the deck of cards. Does anything seem odd about it?
No!
Study
I
the
was waiting
shit
for
out of
somebody to
that.
say something.
It seems like a deck of cards.
Study the shit out of that. Out of character.
No, yeah,
Caw.
I'll stay in there and I'll cast Identify again.
Okay.
Since there's weird shit all over this house.
Yeah.
Hear a bunch of
Yeah.
pigeons.
We're not in a row.
Hear all the pigeons.
Ooh, ooh.
As we're still putting valuables in the bags.
Alright, as you are all piling stuff into these bags of holding, the 3 that you guys have, you identify this deck of cards and determine that it is indeed a deck of many things.
That will also go to the take for safeguarding.
I put
is
it in
that?
my I put it in my pocket because nobody else is in the room with me.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like I'm there, but I'm not gonna know what the fuck it is. I'm just like, oh, it's a deck of cards. So, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I put it in my bag. Tell no one.
Okay.
Out of character, I don't trust Ray with a deck of many things.
Too
No one should.
bad.
Damn it.
She draws them all.
Damn it, son of a bitch.
I love when characters have important shit that they don't tell people. It's the greatest. Like, not even sarcastically. It's so.
Did you tell us about the orb?
Nope. It's
She
all
sure
in
didn't.
my bag because y'all left me alone.
I'm still there, but it's fine.
You just see
Oh,
her
great.
pocketing stuff. She doesn't tell you anything. She just-
Yeah, I'm just like, cool stuff.
I'm just thinking to myself,
Yeah,
oh, I'll ask her about
the-
that later. It's probably valuable if she's pocketing it.
Yeah, the orb has some weird effects on it. One of our new companions might find it useful. You and Dark already have weapons that you favor, as does Farron, I believe. But
Mm-hmm.
it can be a conversation we have back at the take.
Mm-hmm.
But this just seems to be a deck of cards.
Huh.
Sure.
Alright.
Alright.
Investigating the rest of the house.
Okay. The last room is the bedroom.
Anything weird about the bedroom? Like,
Let's see. One of you guys can make. One of you guys that was previously here can make an. Let's give you a either investigation or perception check.
I have +4 to perception.
+7 to perception.
And-
+5, so.
And the.
Pretty sure my perception's shit. Yeah, my perception's 4.
Yeah, +3, but with advantage for hearing or smell. Yeah, it's.
Y'all just want Morgul to do perception.
I mean, I'm willing to risk it if you guys want to give me advantage.
Well, you weren't there last time, so you wouldn't to check.
I was upstairs with them.
Anyone who was previously here at some point.
As in when we fought the dragon. Or came
Ah.
back and fought the thing in the water.
Okay.
I'll do it. Anyone want to give me advantage?
Sure.
Or
Was that a drum roll? I mean, really?
Come on. $14.
14. Oh boy.
Thank you. +7 perception.
can I look around on my own to see if there's any little interesting knickknacks or anything like that?
Sure. All right. So, Morgul, as you're looking around, something seems off about this room. You're not quite able to pinpoint what it is.
Someone else might want to take a further study of this place. Something's off about it.
And Jax, as you look around, you notice a mirror hanging on the wall.
Okay.
What?
Oh god. We never said
Look
anything
at-
about the mirror.
No, we didn't.
What about this mirror draws my eye?
Do you look into the mirror?
I call bullshit. That mirror should not be there.
Look into it.
I don't trust that mirror.
Look into it. Y'all weren't there. Look into it.
I have the
I'm
dire,
very clearly in the room with him.
I have the dire wolf take a look.
Okay. The dire wolf looks into the mirror and doesn't notice anything different.
I follow and take a closer look at the mirror.
Okay.
Oh god.
It looks like a mirror.
Okay.
You see your reflection.
Anyone want to do some detect magic on
Does
this
it,
shit?
does it look like it'll fit in the bag? Is it like really ornate, well carved?
It is quite. Actually, looks like it's worth something.
As I'm looking at it, does it look like it would fit into a bag of holding?
No,
Damn it.
It was
far
quite
too big
large.
to fit into a bag of holding.
Oh, well, shit.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
don't.
do a death ward on myself real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up this mirror and I
Well,
go.
tr-
I really like this mirror, you guys. May I take it with us?
Can someone detect magic this fucking mirror? I'm gonna do it on.
Why do you think? Why would you want to detect magic on this mirror?
That's the same mirror, right?
It looks different.
Oh, it's a different mirror.
Doesn't appear to have any magical properties.
Okay, so it's not
If
magic.
everyone does recall, the person you came to this house with the first time took exactly one object out of this house, and it was the first mirror.
Wait, what?
Just putting that out there in case Josh also forgot.
Oh, I knew. I remember.
I forgot.
Perhaps they brought it back.
No.
This mirror does not seem to be sucking people into it. So
Okay, so it's a non-magical mirror.
I
yeah,
would
it
at least
appears
let him know what
magical.
happened last time we dealt with a mirror in this place. And I'd fill him in that, was it Ophelia or Ray? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Ophelia.
Ophelia.
It was Ophelia.
Yeah, it was
she
me.
looked into it and disappeared.
Well, me and the wolf both looked into this one, and neither of us disappeared.
Okay, well that's good. Then hopefully it's not the same thing, but just be a little cautious because who knows what else is around here.
If it will allay your fears, we can ask your friend out there to do her voodoo stuff on it and see if it radiates magic or anything.
I'm pretty sure voodoo is a separate discipline from what she does. But you know what? Never mind.
I don't know how it works. I just know magic. You say things, do things, and it works.
I mean, if you want me to cast something, it takes me 10 minutes, but just give me some time.
I ask politely when you have a moment if you would not mind checking this mirror over. They were telling me that the last time someone took a mirror or looked in a mirror in here, you got sucked in or something.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, it was not good.
I rather like this mirror, and I just don't want to suddenly one day wake up, look at it, and get sucked in.
Yeah. I'll keep casting detect magic. Think of how
Okay.
different of a session this would be if I hadn't taken ritual caster, guys.
Oh, it would be
We just would have been like,
Think of the
there.
think of the direction we could have gone in.
We would have just bagged everything, and then things possibly could have happened, and then going back to the take and then having it identified would have been interesting. At least this way it's a little different, a little more entertaining. But yeah, I'm actually going to keep loot and stuff. I'm going to go for the smaller stuff that easily fits in the bags. Anything that looks valuable to me.
Okay.
I'll set the
make a
mirror
perception check.
down somewhere next to her and continue with looting as well.
Man, those rolls tonight. I'm not going to be able to hit anything for a month, guys. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, no, we're fucked.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's
you,
fine.
It's going to make
You don't
things
really
fun.
find much in the room,
We're God.
other than hidden in the bed is a small piece of parchment.
That's not ominous at all.
Is it readable? Is it a language I know?
Are you going to choose to open the parchment up?
Not yet. I'm going to wait until Ray's done with her cast and then ask her to take a look at this, maybe.
It is rolled up.
I can do a quick, arcana thing.
Okay.
Yeah, if anybody can tell me anything about this.
Come on, there we go. things are trying to work.
All right,
Take
16.
the first one.
You detect a magical presence to this parchment.
Okay, that parchment definitely has some magic going on with it. Do you want me to open it? I've got myself warded from death.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if just I would let make sure Ophelia was at least somewhat close,
Yeah.
but not too close in case some kind of explosion. God knows.
I'm wherever Ray is. Literally, like I'm just sticking to her like glue right now.
Okay, well either way, I'd let you know.
We'll open it.
Okay.
Okay.
You open it.
And I read it.
Room with them.
There's nothing to read.
There's, it's blank.
Blank.
This is weird. Some magical blank paper.
Huh.
Psychic paper.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I think Ray, you're probably gonna need to do. I feel bad for you.
For the
You have to
record,
do a lot of.
going through this horde would have been so different if I hadn't been studying to try and make our lives easier. And she's just sitting. Whatever you want me to check, just bring it here if you don't think it's dangerous. Just
I mean,
line
it's
it.
paper. I'm just gonna bring
line
it
it
to
up.
you. Yeah. Can't you do that without having to, do all the sitting?
I find it more comfortable to sit.
I'm just saying, don't you have a way of doing this that doesn't take as long?
Nope, that's not the kind of magic I specialize in. And there's a book open in front of her that has a lot of like really tidy writing, like just neat writing in it. I can only cast these spells as rituals, so they take me a little bit longer to cast. They're not part of my normal repertoire, and I have to use this book to do it.
All right, that's some sorcerer shit.
It's kind of sorcerer shit, more like wizard shit.
A little bit of both.
It's actually very not sorcerer stuff at all.
Yeah, I dabble in a lot of different spells. But yeah, things you want me to identify on one, things that you just want me to find out if they're magical or not on the other side.
Can I just take a look at that piece of paper?
Are there
See if
other
anything's
Sure, here you
written
go.
on it at all? Just in case you can't see it and I can, since I did know them.
Are there?
I mean,
other
it's a blank
rooms-
piece of paper here. You can look. I mean, it's magical in a way.
Are there other rooms on this floor?
No. You've seen the one main living space, the hallway, and this.
Hang on, I was zoomed in too far, and for some reason I can't seem to zoom. Oh, there we go. Which room?
It's not on this map.
I was to say, this is the Slayer's. This is the Slayer's take.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't think it has a map for this one.
Theater
No, I
of the
don't.
mind.
Doug, how long are you gonna hold on to that sheet of paper?
Only if less than a minute. Just if can I read anything on it?
Doesn't appear to be anything written on it.
Oh, then I'd put it back down and let Ray work on it.
Okay.
All right.
I would like to head to one of the rooms that we haven't been in yet and just kind of look around.
Okay. You go throughout the house and find that you've been in all the rooms.
Okie dokie.
It's a very small house.
Hmm.
Ray, eventually you finish your identify spell to reveal that the mirror is not magical.
The mirror's fine, Jax.
Thank you. I pick up the mirror.
All right,
Okay.
and the parchment.
Pretty big mirror.
I wrap bedding around it to protect it somewhat, and fashion some makeshift straps to carry it back.
Okay, you're gonna carry it like an oversized backpack.
Good luck with that.
I mean, I could just carry it, even if it's not as a backpack, but yes, I could quite easily.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what did Ray get from that paper?
So you spend 10 minutes identifying this parchment and find it as a parchment of remembrance.
Okay.
If you look at it and concentrate on a memory, it will display that memory as a sketch on the parchment.
That is fucking awesome.
For how long?
10 minutes. You have to look at it for 10 minutes.
To look at it for 10 minutes, and then how long does the sketch last?
Sketch lasts as long as you need it to.
Okay.
Is essentially just like a sketch artist's best, like, tool.
Yep.
If only we had something like that in real life.
But it can only create a sketch of something that you actually have seen and remember.
It's only as
Okay.
accurate as someone's actual memory.
Yep.
I don't want to
Um,
carry this thing because it seems like it could be useful.
who gave me the parchment?
Oh, it was just sitting on the edge of the bed. Dark put it down.
I mean,
I
it was
pick it up and I take it over to Dark.
sort of dark, then Morgul, then I handed it to you, and it's
I go over to Dark and I hold it out to him and say, if you concentrate on this, hold it for 10 minutes or so, it can it'll sketch an image for as long as you need it of something you remember. It has to be something you remember, but it might be useful. Here.
I will take it and open it up and start looking at it.
might make a good map.
Okay.
Just saying.
You look at it. It's nothing on it.
I'll start thinking about a memory of my brother and me.
Okay.
Of the day before he died. When we were out hunting and having fun.
And after 10 minutes, that's what appears.
Okay, that's dope.
Exactly as you remember it.
And I can show that to everybody else while I'm still holding on to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'll show everybody this was my brother.
Quite the handsome man.
That's
Looks
dope.
like-
That is some dope magic.
That is pretty
Looks
cool.
like you guys were having fun.
Yeah, it was a good day. That was the day before the bear got him.
I think we've got everything. Shall we head back to the take?
Did we grab
Gotta
the
get to the mount.
silverware?
We're taking the urn too, right?
Yes. We're going to take it back to the take. We're just not going to don't
Sell it.
open it, don't sell it. We're going to take it straight. Probably is Athos 3 the one that's with us right now?
Athos 2.
Athos 2. I've lost track. We'll take it to Athos 2. See if he knows anything about it.
Hey, Ray, what'd you get from that orb thing?
Oh, from the orb? It can change into a weapon if you attune to it. There's something oddly chaotic about it, however. sometimes something might happen. I'm not sure what. But as long as you take some time to learn what it is, it should become a weapon of your choice.
That might actually be a decent replacement for my not so magical mace thing.
Yes, I was going to wait to see who. I know a few of us already have magical weapons, and I don't use weapons. So I was going to see, once we were out of here, who might benefit from it. I can't necessarily guarantee that it's 100% safe, but it should be fine.
Is anything magic ever 100% safe, though?
I mean, the parchment seems harmless.
True. Some things more safe than others. I tell her as we're walking to the take.
Who's carrying the urn?
Who has the highest strength?
Yeah, how-
20 for me.
Who
I
like
believe I have a 15.
how big is the urn?
It's pretty big.
Yeah, so we'll need somebody strong.
I'm picturing
Yeah,
it's
I
like
have
one
a
of those-
15 in strength.
I
picturing
have
it's like a large Ming vase sort of thing with a
the
lid.
dire wolf has a strength of 17. It is a large beast, and I have a strength of 20, but I'm currently carrying a mirror.
Your wolf can carry it then.
We'll strap it to the wolf.
I was gonna say the
All
wolf
right.
would have to be strapped to.
We will tie it down to the wolf.
Okie dokie.
How are you securing the lid?
Lots of rope.
Okay.
How big around is the lid to the urn?
The lid to there. It's quite small in comparison.
So like, could a whole hand fit over it?
You know, we have a bag
Yeah.
of holding that's still fairly empty.
Your hand would be smaller than the lid.
Okay.
I'm assuming we can't fit it in the bag.
It's
It would
probably a
not
little
fit
too
in the
big for
bag.
I'm not entirely certain I would want to put it in the bag.
Yeah, let's just tie it down and secure it with lots of rope.
Let's just smash it. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Wait, I pull out my little metal rod. I put it on top of the lid, right next to the edge of the jar, and I click it.
Okay.
I use my immovable rod on the lid and jar to see if that'll just hold the lid to the jar.
Okay. It does, and as the direwolf begins to move, can't move past the rod.
I wasn't sure if it.
I mean, it's an immovable rod.
I mean, yes, but I didn't
I
know if
thought
you
that was self-explanatory.
target. But you know, sometimes some magic things you can be like, and you hold this to this, and it stays there, but the whole thing can be moved.
It's never mind.
I don't think
I'm not going to go in.
Yep.
I'm not going to go into it.
Just keep moving.
I'm not sure how some of these things work.
Oh, I'm right there
I
with
see.
you. But I do know about the movable rod. It moves. It doesn't move wherever you put it. It never moves from that spot unless something extremely heavy can shove it.
Like a Goliath.
Like a giant.
Like somebody with a crazy high strength score.
Even
Let's
then.
Let's just get
Yeah, let's
walking.
just get back.
Keep moving.
Take back
Yep.
what we can and sell it. And have certain things stored away, possibly.
Okay. So you eventually make it back to the Slayer's Take. And you walk inside. And I will move you over to that page. Whoop.
Wobble wobble.
That's about where Morgul would be. Kind of a little bit where dark is. Over here.
I did not move your tokens from the last time you were here.
Mm-hmm.
What,
I'm assuming the masters are here.
You don't see them.
That's weird.
is the gnome here?
Somewhere.
Sort of hear Morgul like, hello? Anyone here? Athos?
What time of day is it?
Early evening. You guys would have been out most of the day, especially after taking 40 minutes to identify. Plus the detect magic.
Identify and detect.
Mm-hmm.
Probably would have spent a good 2 hours at that house.
Yeah.
Easily.
One,
surprised.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times I ritual cast.
Yeah.
Quite surprised I don't hear Athos.
Well,
Okay.
they might have gone out for something. Perhaps more rebuilding in the city.
Well, what are we gonna do with this urn?
Little gnome thing? Hello?
Hey, Bob!
Damn you, beat me to it.
It was Bob. I repeatedly block that from my memory.
Ophelia's just standing there blinking.
So's Ray.
Should we just like leave it here with a note?
I
No.
don't think that would be wise.
Probably not wise to do.
I mean, I kind of sleep here, so
Well,
As
yeah,
do
I mean, I think almost everybody stays here but me, don't you?
I mean, I do have a place to stay. You can only sleep somewhere where you can only sleep moving back and forth so many times before you get sick to your stomach. Sorry, but swaying in your sleep is not exactly the most appealing thing all the time.
So we can lock it in somebody's room.
I'll put it in my room. If we can get it in there.
Should be able to.
And next day we find one of them, let them know that we have it,
Yeah.
and see if they can figure out something about it or a place to put it.
Mainly just safeguard it from now, right?
Yeah.
I'll come back by in the morning if you would not mind waiting.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Well, what are we going to do with the rest of our evening?
I mean, aside from sell off what we have.
Yes.
I mean, is it still early enough that any shops are open?
It'd be right on the edge of when they would start shutting down.
Well, we're
Perhaps
gonna-
there's also business we could tend to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it.
We could at least decide who gets that orb.
I mean, anything that we plan on selling, we could just sell and divvy up from there.
Are there limitations to what that orb can become?
To my understanding, it can become anything.
Any weapon.
Any weapon, correct.
So you're saying like I pat my sword. I go so like I could focus on that orb and it would turn into a flame tongue greatsword.
I don't think so.
I think it's just a sword.
It would
I think it would just be a magic sword.
it would turn into a sword, and it would kind of affect every now and again. And I believe that because of that, it could not also duplicate the magical effect of your flame tongue sword. Which is why I suggested giving it to Morrigal, as he is the only one here that does not already carry a magical weapon of some kind.
Indeed.
It puts
Yeah,
him at a distinct disadvantage against some of our enemies.
Yeah, when I'm not in close combat, that's kind of where I'm at my best. If I get hit in the face, I'm not going to be able to hit something that could, possibly not be affected by a normal mace.
What would I say? Just leave the urn in my room, go grab some food, and then crash for the night.
So
If anybody else has anything else to do, they.
Ophelia's going to her house.
Before you go, Ophelia, you still have that strange bow in your bag.
Oh shit, you're right. I'll fish it
Maybe-
out.
Now that we don't need Athos to be the one that identifies all of our magical objects.
Yeah, here you go.
Hear
Still
Athos
make
from
it do
the
it.
distance.
Somewhere in the back of my mind, I can hear Athos.
We probably heard him.
Yeah, here. Right.
He was probably just ignoring us.
Oh shit, they came back with a bunch of loot again. Hide. But yeah, I'll sit and I'll cast Identify on the bow.
Okay.
Before you do that, I'll gladly attune.
Well, it takes you an hour to attune.
Yeah, I'll start the attuning process to that orb.
Ophelia's gonna leave before she's done because she doesn't really care about it.
Okay. So as you identify the bow, it appears to be a. It's a very light bow, with a nice brown-colored coat on it in its coloration, and you identify it as a longbow of lost souls. It is a +1 weapon, and while you are attuned to it, if you slay a creature with the bow, it has to be with the bow, you have to get the killing blow, the soul of the creature is trapped in the bow, which causes, and as you look on the bow, you see runes on it, causes the runes to light up a very faint glow. And then any creature killed by the bow cannot be resurrected. And as a bonus action, you can transfer the soul trapped in the bow into the arrow and fire it, which does an extra 3d6 product damage on a hit.
Man, if only we had that earlier in the campaign.
And then you can't capture another soul in the bow for 24 hours after it is fired.
Can it only hold one soul at a time?
One soul at a time.
Okay.
It's not bad.
This is a very peculiar bow.
You do notice there's a curse on it as well. Not so much a curse, but a negative side, I should say. If the wielder, so the person attuned to the bow, dies while within 10 feet of the bow, their soul enters the bow. And there is no time restriction on that. So that could happen while there's another soul in it.
Okay, so it can just absorb the user's soul. Either way.
Which would then mean we could not resurrect them.
Yeah.
Does
Correct.
that mean even if there's already a soul in there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
said.
The soul has to be released from the bow for them to be resurrected.
Okay.
But it could also do that if it was like attuned to a different wielder too, right?
Yeah.
So someone else would just have to attune to
Well,
it.
if you attune to it, you still the soul would then become fireable by the new user.
Yeah.
You can shoot
So it
their
would just
soul
take a
out.
while.
Yeah.
You just gotta shoot the soul at the body.
So yeah, Ray will finish identifying and then
But in order
explain.
for the soul to leave, it has to hit a creature. So you can't just fire it at a wall and release the soul. You would have to fire at something else.
Shoot a squirrel.
I pictured just shooting it at the dead body of the user.
Dead body is no longer a creature.
It's an inanimate object.
Yeah, I'll finish identifying it, and whoever's around, I'll explain. It seems like a powerful weapon if used wisely. However, should you fall in battle, we would not be able to bring you back. Or at least it would be very difficult to do so.
When
Perhaps
you feel
we-
like using it, or should
I
we just
would-
hold on to it in case someone
I
needs to use it?
personally have no ranged capabilities. It's usually I run up and hit things. It might be beneficial to have some sort of ranged.
As long as you understand the cost.
Do we
This
think
is
that
not
there
a
would-
weapon to be taken lightly.
do we think that there would be somebody willing or able to swap or buy this bow in exchange for a different sort of bow, or do we think that no one would touch this thing?
I mean, we have plenty of money once we sell all of these paintings. Finding a suitable bow for you shouldn't be difficult.
Okay, yes, I would rather not accidentally fall in battle and be trapped within a bow for however long it takes to get me out. That seems very unpleasant, and I've been in a state of thatness before and would not like to go back.
So do we want to try to sell it, or do we want to kind of put this in the pile of things we'll have to take consider before we let it loose in the world?
I vote for selling.
Yeah, we can sell it in the morning.
All right, and I'll put it in Dark's bag of holding.
Okay. And I'm guessing you guys all retire for the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Character sheet did something weird.
Dark's room, correct?
The urns? Yeah.
Yeah, the urn's in my room.
Okay. I need you to, as you're sleeping, I need you to make a perception check. Okay. You awaken in the middle of the night to a rattling sound somewhere in your room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the room.
Lock the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the door closed. I'm gonna go try and find anybody I can, wake them up, start
Okay.
knocking on doors.
Nestor's door, or sorry, not Nestor, Morgul, his door is right next door to yours.
Yeah, I'm available. I don't exactly.
Yeah, you remember that urn?
He's all like,
Visibly panicked, yeah.
yeah, I'll grab my mace, my new mace, and my shield. Sort of equip myself together. I'm like, yeah, we should probably be ready in case something weird happens to that thing.
Yeah, I'm also going to talk into the necklace for anybody that has anybody that is close, and let them know that the urn is rattling in my room. Is anybody close? Anybody else?
I am, but I do not have one of those necklaces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Dex
I
is the
don't-
only other person that's in the building.
I don't think I'm close enough to be in range, am I?
Nope.
Nope.
Neither you nor Ophelia are within 500 feet.
You do know that I am sleeping in the Slayer's take.
Yeah, she's just down the hall.
Your door.
I answer the door, puffy-eyed. Yes.
Grab your weapons. We may have a problem.
Right. Turn around. Grab my great sword and I sling it over the shoulder. Lead the way.
Question is,
Well-
the urn is basically, I'm hearing rattling in my room, and I normally don't hear that. The only thing I've added
Yeah.
to my room lately is the urn, so I'm hearing a sound rattling in my room, and that's not good. So maybe we can possibly find anybody downstairs in the take, if anybody's here. Is Ilzar, Sliske, or...
Well, they're not in any of the general areas.
Okay, can we start knocking on every door? Let them know that something might be happening.
Something weird might be going on with that urn that we brought.
You eventually would find all three of them asleep in their beds if you knocked on every door.
Oh yeah, then I'd wake them.
Except for the elves.
Yeah, the elves would be trancing, but
Okay, then I would definitely wake them all.
all right. You would find. You'd probably find Athos first.
What?
sorry to wake you. We might have a problem.
We might have a problem with that urn.
Oh, shit.
Might want to wake the others. We brought an urn back from the house that had some kind of magic. We had somebody detect the magic, and they couldn't really tell what it is. So we brought it back. We stored it in my room, and it woke me up because it was rattling. So I don't know if something bad is going to happen, but it might be a good idea to let the others know that, God, who knows what may try and break out of this urn or something.
Is it
Have you
getting
tried
louder?
turning
Dangerous.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it on again?
Yeah, there's no switch, and it's not plugged in.
Well, let me just
Is it
Open
getting
my-
louder, Josh?
open my character sheet.
It is not getting. louder.
Josh.
Yeah?
Do I recognize what they're describing at all?
Make a history check.
I will give him
as soon
advantage.
as soon as my sheet is done.
You
I
would
will
not
give
be able
him
to
advantage and guidance.
You can give him guidance, but you cannot give him advantage
Well, I cannot give Athos advantage.
because you know nothing about the urn other than the small portion. He's trying to recall beyond what you already know.
Alright, but I will give him guidance when he, eventually makes that roll.
26
Oh yeah.
plus
What?
27.
What?
Oh,
I'll take the 29.
all right.
He's
You
essentially got 30.
yeah, essentially, but not really. 29, essentially 30. Athos would know that there are pieces of art and other treasure in the world that are said to house the broken souls of powerful elementals. They're harmless, well, only souls. If they ever were to take their true form, they would be potentially devastating. But Athos would also know that the souls are known to grant wishes.
I confer all this information to them in a deadpan disinterested tone.
So is that dangerous?
Sounds like it, yeah, sure.
And it's probably not safe to sleep in the same room with it?
I wouldn't.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
try?
don't want to.
Did you try touching it?
Oh no. Something that starts rattling on its own that is known to be magical, I'm not touching shit. I was going to look for other people that might know. Jax, are you serious? Okay, I was about to say.
If I was, it would be poking it very, very hardly with my sword, not my finger.
Yeah, that would not be good.
I don't think either would be a good idea.
Okay, so is there another room that I could crash in for the night?
You could crash with me. I
Alright.
don't snore.
I don't
I'm
think
an elf.
I don't think Farron is back from wherever the hell he went. You can crash in his room if you want.
Are you sure?
I don't give a shit. Just do whatever the hell you want.
Okay. Sorry to bother you. I just didn't know if it was dangerous or not. Then I guess I will attempt to go back to sleep, but it'll probably be hard for me to fall asleep.
Would you like me to stand guard in trance?
That's not a thing.
I'll just be awake before you.
I'd head back up and at least let Jax know what's going on, that it could be dangerous, but I'd say just don't go in the room. We'll look into it in the morning.
I hold up the little rod, I go, maybe this might keep it stationary?
You want to put that on top of the urn.
Yes.
You want to go in the room and put it on top of the urn.
Yes.
Good luck with that. I'll stand here by the door while you do that.
Y'all stand in the hallway. I'll open the door. Go ahead.
Carefully,
Just don't touch the urn.
very carefully, not touching the urn. I click the rod in place on top of the lid.
Okay.
And I slowly back away.
Okay.
See, that was not so bad.
Then the urn rattles.
Is it moving the rod?
You see it shake, like the urn itself shake a little bit, but nothing like it doesn't like rock back and forth. It just shakes a little.
Oh, so we just lessen the rattle.
No.
Oh, so it was like putting a phone on top of a pillow.
Pretty much. Very light rattle. It was enough to wake Dark up because it was high perception check, but it wasn't like the thing was shaking and spiraling out of control. It was very lightly rattling.
See, you didn't
It
say
only
that
like
when you
shakes
first
a little bit.
described it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You said I heard rattling.
You heard rattling, but you never saw it. So
Yeah, it's
you
true.
perceived it differently.
True. Either way, I'm still not sleeping in that room. I'll go crash in Farron's bed. Like, yeah, probably just safe to just leave this here and talk to everybody in the morning once everybody's actually awake about what to do with it.
Farron's bed is pine scented.
That's fine. Dark would
Of course
feel
it
right
is.
at home. Since he spends a lot of time out in the woods. And I'd say everybody, you can just probably just go back to bed. I just wasn't sure if it was going to be dangerous or not.
Athos already did.
I figured he did.
Ray is sleeping great.
Yeah, 'cause you don't sleep in the take.
Nope.
Where rattling urns wake you in the middle of the night.
eventually you guys get your long rest in. If Dark is not falling back asleep, you'll be a little tired in the morning.
I would take me a little bit to get to sleep, but I'd probably fall asleep.
Okay. You all get the benefits of a long rest then. What would the party like to do?
I mean, we're mostly just gonna sell off the loot, right?
Yeah, I'd at least talk to Athos and apologize for waking him in the middle of the night, but just kind of, now that he's more awake, let him know about the urn and say, what should we do with it? Because I don't think keeping it here is a safe idea.
Or at least not in your bedroom.
Yeah, at least not in my bedroom.
Well, I would probably confer with a specialist or a temple or something.
I mean, aren't you a specialist?
Not really. I just know magic. The only reason I know what this is because I'm super smart. Yo.
I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay, where would I find a specialist?
I think there's a cabal of wizards to the south. If you wanted to go talk to them about it, I'd probably check with one of the temples, though, seeing how it's closer.
All right. And I'd wait for everybody else to show back up, I guess.
I'd show up eventually.
Yeah, me too.
I'd fill you in on the interesting night.
I would say that bow is staying here, not getting sold to anyone.
I'm inclined to agree. There's just something about it that doesn't seem like we should be putting it on the open market.
Also, the urn needs to be seen by something.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bow is not going anywhere.
So does anybody want to start taking some of this stuff and try and sell it?
Let's go.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
All right. So where are you guys gonna try to sell it?
Whoever will buy it.
Vasselheim Pawn Stars?
Just be careful. You don't want to go to Vasselheim Porn Stars.
No. No, that's a different
Two letters different.
different trip.
Totally different session.
Yeah, we labeled that one Dark's Free Time.
Hey. That was one.
It was definitely
month.
not
That was one
one
week.
time.
That was
it
one
was
week.
definitely not once.
It was 1 week.
We have record of this. Definitely was not once.
Okay. So, where are you guys gonna try?
The magic shop, I guess, for anything that's magical
Okay.
that we are planning on selling.
Do we have anything magical to sell? We have somebody's using the orb. We're leaving the urn.
I have attuned to the orb. It is now a weird it's like a weird metal mace that sort of just looks like it looks like someone manipulated taffy to look like a mace.
It does. It looks very shiny and oddly like it's made of slime. at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like someone
More
took
of like
liquid
a
metal,
metallic sludge.
like a metallic taffy.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we came out with the paintings, the urn, the orb, the parchment, and the bow. The bow we're not selling. I'm assuming we want to hang on to the parchment.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that
bow
parchment
came
could-
from-
The orb's being used. We're not
Yeah,
selling
Give
the
me
urn.
parchment.
So we just need to do something with the paintings, which doesn't really seem like a magical shop.
And any of the knickknacks we may have gotten.
Yeah.
Probably sell that deck of cards too.
What deck of cards?
The deck
It's
of
just
cards.
a deck of.
Can I
It's just a-
insight the
It's just a
insight?
deck. The only person that knows that I picked up the deck of cards is Ophelia. She was the only other one in
that's
the
right, I
room.
wasn't there. I retract that
You
statement.
guys
Yep.
knew about the orb because you saw it, but when she pulled the orb back and put it in her bag, that's when she found the deck.
That's right. So we didn't see that. So
Nope,
Yeah.
I pocketed it.
Nope.
Ophelia took me at face value that it was.
Because you trust her for some stupid reason.
Listen, Ophelia has no reason to question it, but
So is
So,
there
yeah.
like a nicer area of Vasselheim?
there's
That
a
we
couple
might-
nice places. It really depends on what type of person you're looking to sell this stuff to.
an
If you're
art
looking
collector.
to sell it to more of an art connoisseur, you'd have to check the noble districts of each area, give or take.
Does
certain-
anyone-
like the Dusk Meadow has no noble district because everybody that lives there is fucking poor. The Cobalt Athenium would be a good place to start, as it's a lot of rich, smart people. that
You wanna
might
start
have
there?
an interest in art.
You want to start there?
Sure, why not?
Sounds good.
I guess.
All right, so you go asking around for where to find this place, as none of you have been there. And eventually you find yourselves at the gate to a smaller walled off section. It's in the Cobalt Athenium district. You are greeted by a rather large individual as you approach. It's a pretty fucking jacked human. As he is standing in front of the gate and he looks at all of you and goes, "What do you want?"
We're here to sell some valuable wares that we think some people in this area might have interest in.
Who are you selling to?
Anyone who will buy?
We're not sure at the moment. Our items would have buyers of particular interest. So we're just looking around to see who might be interested.
Have you set up an appointment?
No, we have not. How would I be able to go about setting an appointment?
You have to know some.
Going to
Pleasant.
step up to this very large human that is, I guess I'm not that short. But I am
Not
small.
that short, says the Amazon.
I am all height and I am no muscle. And I'm gonna pull some gold out of my bag and I'm gonna try to press it into his hand and say, "How can I go about making an appointment?"
How much gold are you pulling out? Speaking to him.
This is the fancy district.
This is a fancy district.
Is all.
You'll make
I'm
it
just gonna-
back.
Well, no. The thing is, I've just kind of assumed that all of my money is in gold, but would I have it in a variety of?
You would have it in a variety. You could have exchanged at any point.
Okay.
Even the Slayer's Take has its own vault you could exchange at. So
Okay. I'll pull out. Trying to think of how much could feasibly fit in my hand. Like 5 pieces of platinum.
Okay, so 50 gold.
Yes.
All right. He opens his palm up, pockets it, and says, "You have to know somebody."
I took your gold anyway.
How do I meet somebody?
By impressing the right person.
Would you be able to
So
point me
far-
towards?
I'm not all that impressed.
Ray sighs and says, "We work for the Slayer's Take, and we recently raided a dragon horde, and we thought that some people here might have some interest. Is that impressive enough for you?"
I'm sure to somebody. Not to me. If you can name the 3 wealthiest people that live in here, I'll take interest.
I've lived here for some time. Would I be able to name some nobles?
Yeah, same.
Same,
an
yeah.
intelligence
I mean,
check.
I grew
Make a
up
what?
here.
Yeah,
So
You can make an intelligence check. See if you can
Sure.
remember.
why not?
Yeah, I'll do mine with guidance. Just straight intelligence?
Yep.
We find the stuff
3.
easily. Now selling it is going to be a completely different story.
Listen,
Usually is.
I've used my good rolls for the day. I'm not going to roll shit for a while. Well, I'm going to roll shit for a while.
Yeah, if that D4 was a D20, this would be a whole different story.
I'd make an intelligence check too, because fuck it, I'm staying around here too.
Okay.
That's a saving throw.
God damn it, Dark.
Wrong button then. Sorry.
I mean, you're not proficient in your saving throws, so.
Yeah, I don't know shit.
Should have taken the 7. We should have just let you take the 17.
I mean, it's literally the same number.
Oh man, that's funny.
Like I said, anything worth trying to do, I'm going to be rolling shit the rest of the night.
I mean, I've only
Better not be
been
wrong.
I've only been in this specific city at this point in time only a few days. But might I take a crack at it? Maybe I've heard some names dropped around town while helping random people.
Maybe. I'll give it to you. You can make it.
What would you like me to roll?
This would still be intelligence check 'cause you're trying to remember.
Yeah. And again, I'm relying on a straight D20 roll, so yeah, nope. I'm fighting too much with my anger and avoiding not busting out in my necrotic shroud self.
Yeah. Ray, you remember one of the names. You're not sure where on the list they fall, but you remember the name Harmon Fiscal.
Harmon Fiscal?
Yep.
Do I know anything else about this person that might make me aware of whether or not this is something they would care about?
You don't. Just remember the name.
Unfortunately, I can only name one, but I'm aware of someone named Harmon Fiscal.
Right? You got one.
I guess I've got one. A shame we can't do business here. And then I'll turn around and walk away.
Yeah, I
those
follow.
paintings.
Not in the mood for this shit.
He lets you walk away.
Sadly, those paintings will not be sold there.
Ugh.
Off to the next wealthy part of town.
Aren't there auction houses in this
A
place?
slightly less muscular man.
Aren't there auction houses in this city?
Not
What
that
do you
know.
What do you think this is? World of Warcraft?
Is it not?
Are you not entertained?
Oh, I thought I heard Athos for a second. Besides, wasn't that book written by a barbarian?
Not sure. Talented fighter, perhaps.
The next wealthiest district?
Or at least, like, even if it's not the next wealthiest district, maybe just the place best thing we might be able to sell thing.
I grab a random person who looks fairly well-to-do on the side of the street, and I go, "Excuse me, who are the
What do you want?
first people in this town?"
What?
I grab a random person, not
Oh, yeah,
by
he's-
I stop
oh, yeah.
somebody, and I go, "Excuse me, by chance, do you know who the wealthiest 3 individuals are in this town?"
Interesting
got-
question.
We have paintings we would like to sell.
No! And he just takes off running.
I wasn't even being intimidating.
Well, when you say I grab the, I think that's what he got.
Not violently. I stopped somebody.
Oh, no, see, that's what I was looking for.
It's the
Context.
wording. It's the wording.
Context is important.
If I wanted
Especially in
to be
social
intimidating, I
situations.
would have added a intimidation roll to it.
Well, your natural intimidation is enough for most people.
Of course, you're an independent
A
woman.
lot of people are intimidated by a strong independent woman.
You are walking down the streets, armored and armed.
He's just grip.
A group of like 5 other people.
I look for the next individual and I go, "Excuse me, sir or ma'am, might you tell me who the 3 most wealthiest individuals are in this town, as we wish to sell some goods to them?"
Make a persuasion check.
Oh dear Christ! Does
I will
anybody?
give you advantage.
You technically didn't contribute anything to the conversation.
I will give him guidance.
Okay.
Hit me with that sweet 1d4.
That
Alright.
will sweep 1.
7.
Remember, we used all of our good rolls earlier.
Oh yeah.
Anything now is going to be crap.
Hang on. Does this person feel like being polite and sharing this information?
Sorry, and what was that?
Does this individual give this information?
This younger gentleman looks at you and says, I don't know. I just work for the bakery.
Out of character. Use your feminine wiles.
I'm so tempted to grab this motherfucker up and just be like, "Tell me what you know."
That's not what I meant.
I go, "Do you know who is, or who would know?" And I bat my eyelashes ever so sweetly. I can't really do the whole boob squeeze thing because I'm wearing plate mail, but yes.
Usually the guy that guards the gates would know.
Yes, he is being rather a stubborn ass.
That's the vibe we get from him.
Thank you for your time.
Now, can I go back to work now?
Didn't realize you were working. I'm sorry.
You look over as there's a cart of baked goods behind him.
Oh, wait, hang on. I do need to do something else real quick. Okay, yeah. Are you all just going to stand there looking at me, or are you going to try and get the information too?
You think I, a drow, are gonna have much luck in a religious city?
I don't talk to people.
I mean, I can try. Morgul will go and try.
Yeah,
Would
people
I have
run
any-
away from you.
yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah, of course they would run away from the heavily armed drow.
I mean, they're running away from a 5'2" female just because she's wearing plate mail and isn't brandishing any weapons.
Yeah, well, at least yours is intimidation based. Mine is purely race based.
Completely.
I'm gonna go try to find somebody to talk to.
Yeah,
Okay.
the human will have better luck than me.
Not human.
Human looking.
You're less scary than me.
Fuck me. You guys in your freaking nat 20s earlier. Jesus H. loving.
Told you, we're gonna roll crap the rest of the night. We're gonna get 20 gold per picture.
All right, Kayla. What type of person are you looking for?
I want to see if I can find anybody that looks like they're wearing like anything that might be like indicative of a noble house. So like maybe like a page of some kind that might be running errands for their noble lord.
Okay.
My internet crashed. Well, not my internet. There we go.
I'll give you a perception check. So,
Okay.
A perception check. You find a younger looking female, presumably in her mid-teens, early 20s, walking walking toward you, I guess at this point.
I kind of like not like put myself directly in her path, but like position myself in enough of a way that like I can make eye contact and try to wave her down.
Okay.
Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time?
She hesitates for a second. Goes, "Oh, you're talking to me. Usually people don't talk to me."
Well, I was hoping you could answer a question for me.
Was that the first question or the second question?
That was the first. I have one or two others.
Okay, make it quick. I'm in a hurry.
Yes, I'll be quick. My friends and I are looking to sell some paintings that we found, in a dragon sword, and I know them to be quite valuable. I was wondering if you might have any idea who might be interested, or perhaps if you could also give me the names of 2 other rich people within the quarter to get us past that lovely bodyguard.
Oh, okay. Well, my lord typically likes to collect fancy things. He's quite wealthy. Uh, he just goes by Ward Bolton. He lives here in district. Quite strict though. Uh, Otherwise, there is a lady. Lives down the road. She pauses for a second. She spends a good time thinking about it. You could tell she's trying to remember the name, and you get the feeling that she doesn't quite get to interact with people outside of her.
Social class.
Exactly. She hesitates, and then says, "Her name is Lady Warren."
Thank you. That's most helpful. Would you be able to would you be willing to pass a note on to your to the ward?
I don't know if you would want me to do that.
Or perhaps you could find somebody within that would be able to. I could write a description of some of the paintings that we have to see if they would be interested.
Usually they just set up appointments to look at them themselves. If you have a place to do such a showing.
We could figure something out. We're just having trouble getting word in that we're trying to do this.
Yeah, Boris is kind of a hard ass.
He is. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. What was your name?
My name's Maggie.
Thank you, Maggie. This has been very helpful.
You're welcome. Better hurry now. I'm running behind. I'll wait.
I'm sorry for delaying you. Good luck.
She takes off down the street.
Slip her, hand her a few silver.
She doesn't even notice.
Oh, well, the hell with you then.
She seems like she's in a hurry and wasn't paying attention to you. The only reason she stopped is because Ray flagged her down.
Perhaps another time.
Well, at least now we can get into the quarter.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Even from there, though, if the other nobles are anything like her lord, then
They might not even. They might not even give us 5 seconds.
Well, it might be easier to set some of these up at the take, unless any of you can think of a better place for us to try to display what we found. And then send word up here that we have some art, some other...
If only I knew of an auction house that we could take them to.
At the moment, this looks like our best option. I think that we should return to the take and figure out what we can set up, and then we'll return here once we have a little bit better of an idea. We have some names. I'm also kind of hoping that maybe if we wait another day, he'll forget who we are, and it won't be as awkward, and we just come up with no names.
It's worth a try.
But trying to get people to come to the take to look at what we have might be the better option.
I could try and spread out some word over the course of the day that
We could try to scare the shit out of them and slip in while they're running for their hills.
What, you just want the drow to walk up?
This doesn't seem like a productive way to sell anything, ever.
I mean, what would you do if you look down at your feet and then you look up and there is a giant skeletal monster? It is
Let's not try and cause panic within the city.
Considering there was just a zombie horde that attacked like 2 days ago.
exactly.
I don't think we need to scare the people any more than they've already been scared just for the sake of some coin.
As you wish.
So now we have to persuade the leaders of the take to let us hold an art show within. We may have to give them a cut.
Just want you to know, this is not how I envisioned this going.
I'm gonna try and find an auction house.
Being
I don't think this is how
selling
any of us,
expensive art.
this is how
I'm
any
gonna
of us
roll
imagined this
investigate.
going.
I'm gonna roll investigation, see if I can find an auction house in this friggin' city.
Join us in the next session as we have
what is
the
your,
buyers show up.
I'll assist you in trying to hunt down.
Oh, so you're gonna give me advantage?
Yes, I go with you to try and help you track down a reputable auction house. There we go.
Plus
Alright.
guidance, of course.
Of course.
24.
So you guys spend the better part of 4 hours trying to find an auction house. And eventually you do find one. On the outskirts of town.
Of
I should
course.
say in the outskirts of town. Mostly untouched by the fragments of the undead army. It'll work for you if you decide to use it. If you choose to head inside,
Will they let a drow cross their threshold? Like, will they serve my kind?
the outskirts is a little more forgiving.
I will walk in and hopefully they will not hate me on sight.
I go in with him.
Alright,
To-
you walk inside, and inside you find a... where should I see? A Dragonborn. He is a gold Dragonborn. Sitting at a very small desk. He looks up at the two of you walking in and says, "Hello."
Well, hello there. Me and my compatriots, we raided a dragon horde. I'm aware, weird choice of words, we raided and got some rare paintings and stuff that we would like to sell to the highest bidder.
Okay.
I'll pull
Quite the
one of
backstory for coming in here right away.
I'll pull out one or two of the paintings from my bag just to show them what we have, a sample of what we have.
Okay, sure. When were you hoping to hold an auction?
Within the next day or two, hopefully.
How long do you think it would take to draw an appropriate crowd? Might be a better question.
Not too.
It depends on how you advertise. We have signs we put up sporadically. Nothing over the top if you want to draw big crowds or rich crowds or small crowds or keep it on the down low.
The richer crowd seems to be a good option.
And we have
Okay.
no reason to keep it on the down low.
Okay.
Everything we have is rightly won.
and I'm guessing you need to rent out the entire auction house for this.
How many paintings do we have?
I was gonna say, yeah. How many paintings did we grab?
You grabbed 20 paintings.
Yeah, we have quite a few
Yeah, we
paintings.
got 20 paintings.
He's assuming that you'll need to rent out the whole auction house.
Yes, we'll rent
Yeah.
out the whole auction house.
Okay. Well, for the type of crowd you're trying to gather, the type of advertising, we require 10,000 gold.
I don't have that kind of coin on me. Does it?
All right, huddle up.
I've got. Yeah, I've got
Dark?
20 platinum.
Yeah?
Do you have 10,000 gold on you?
We look up. Can I?
What if I do?
I asked the individual. What if we're drawing the richer crowd? Wouldn't 10% of, or even 15% of the total sold be more in your favor?
Well, we automatically take a percentage, but this is to rent the space
I
and for us to do the advertising.
I pulled Dark and Ophelia aside. As they're discussing that. I mean, if either of you have a couple of thousand gold, I have not done as much shopping as the rest of you. I can cover most of it. I would just need a little bit of help, and with the understanding and hopefully backing from the two of you that I would be reimbursed outside of whatever this equal cut is.
I'm willing to put in the 20 platinum I have as well. I know it's not much, but it's...
Considering I literally have a small pouch of 10 gold. That is all
I
my
had-
funds.
Also pulled Dark and Ophelia aside to have this conversation.
Oh, sorry.
You guys don't hear it.
Ah,
Yeah, I can help you out.
Do we?
yeah, all good.
I can do half if the two of you can split the other half.
Easily.
That works for me.
All right, so I'll put 5,000 down.
I'll put in 2,500.
I'll put in the rest, I suppose.
All right.
And then I'll say we can cover the rental, but reimbursing us for the rental comes out before we divide the rest of the profit.
That works.
Alright. As long as, we all get equal cut.
Yes. All right, what do you need from us now?
I need you to come back in 2 days
Very well.
Okay.
and bring the paintings tomorrow.
Alright, we'll bring all 20 paintings.
Perfect. We'll have them set up.
Sounds good.
Thank you for your business.
Thank you. We also need one of you to sign a contract. That way we have an understanding.
I can take care of it. As least I can do. For finding the place.
We're familiar enough with contracts.
I
And
will
the
gladly
Dragon
sign my
Monk
name.
holds out a contract for you to sign. You need to sign
Before
it?
can I read it before he signs it?
Sure. make an
I'll also
investigation check.
investigation check. Advantage and guidance.
Investigation, you said?
Yep.
There go those good rolls, guys.
Advantage
go.
and guidance.
Well,
Oh,
you'd
advantage.
be separate roles.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, you wouldn't have advantage, but
Yeah, take the 9.
Yeah, so 9. Seems
9?
like a standard contract. There's nothing in
9
here
plus 4.
that would, yeah, same thing. It seems like a standard contract. The only thing that you find in there is that, in addition to the cost of renting out the space, the auction house does take an additional 5% whatever you sell.
Okay, 5%.
That's not bad.
I will sign. You'll see him sign Morgul Dotar.
Okay. And then he gladly puts the contract away. Thank you for your business. See you in 2 days. Well, one of you tomorrow, bringing the paintings by.
Okay. I mean, he's gonna pay a few of us. We've got 20 paintings to carry.
Yeah. However many of you decide to do it.
Basically, the 3 people with the bags, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
At this point, we're actually going to end for the night. So,
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm going
good
to
with that,
skip doing the whole auction thing. I will tell you next time we play, because we're not meeting next week. So the week after, between now and 2 weeks from now, I will tell you how much you guys made
Okay.
after the 5% deduction.
Okay.
And before you guys divvy it up for who pays what. So I'll give you a grand total for what you as a group made. You can divvy it amongst yourselves how you want to. And that way that goes. And then we will actually start off, if you guys want to do anything else in town as well, let me know, whether through message or in chat, and I'll kind of go over that stuff with you, because we will start off next time going over other things. We'll basically, it's going to be, we'll go right into the time skip.
Time skip. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So anything else you guys wanted to do in the present time,
Alright, cool.
put that in chat, and I'll talk with you about that, and then I will go over things individually with you on the stream for other things that would have happened. So the next time that we meet, we'll start off with that. So keep in mind things that your character would be doing during a time skip, like I said, roughly 8 to 9 months, more toward the 9-month mark, and anything else that I know your character would be doing or something that would be happening in your life event, I will go over with you on stream so that everybody gets a chance to.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Feel free to send me any more details you have on that armor.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you right after this.
Okay, and on that note, I'm going to end the stream, so thank you, me, for watching. And we'll catch you
Gets me every time.
2 weeks.
Whoop whoop.